And welcome back. I'm Alan Cook, the proud owner of Medion, which so happens to be the most famous duet painting on the planet done by Leonardo Da Vinci. For those who've been following and those who are just starting in, I want to let you know about the marking of this particular one, which is, I call the flaming Mona Lisa's face. This particular one right here is right approximately right there. Now, I'm going to show you how that image, which you would know that when it was brought out, that this image is the same image that's in this Mona Lisa. And that this Mona Lisa image is also the same as this image that's in Medion. This is, I called Leo's initial body, number 1. It's one of my first ones about well over 5 years ago. There's a lot to it. If you really get into looking at this, you will see that there's an eye, a nose. Then you see looking like a dinosaur, but there's also another clear dinosaur and another snake that runs on up. And then on top of that, there is Doggy's face, and then there's other faces and other faces and other faces, that in a little baby's face, and there's a person's body and another person's body of a nice woman right here, and then it goes on and on. All these images you will see that are going to be the twin to when I put the Mona over. And the way you can tell that you're on the right line, even though everywhere is, but sometimes he gives you little hints. Whoops. That's what happens when you're a righty and you're doing it lefty, huh? There. That little dot, and that one's just a micro off because I'm lefty. If you follow his line, he gives you a line. And then when he goes off the line, he lets you know that the other's mark. So this face that's made into many other bodies is the same as the flaming Mona Lisa, the Mona Lisa, and the Medion. I just so happen to have 2 images that are done, and you can see how this image, before it's even transparent, runs on up and runs on down. And that's the same image as this one. You see? See, he's got it here, then he extends it, and here it is. The same. So, there's that proof. If it doesn't come out on YouTube, various, I guess you guys are just going to say, hey, get a better camera. Now, let me show you when you take this is what's kind of cool. You take, this is the Mona Lisa. Now you take the Medion flaming Mona Lisa, I call it, and then when you overlay it in the right spot, look at that, 100%. Look how that line, see, he lays these lines. See, you can see here how this stuff goes, and you can see how this goes. It all flows, and he lets you know where they go. Watch. Here it comes. Absolutely perfect fit. But when you scoot it on over, it's also another absolutely perfect fit. See, right in here, down below, is a heart. This heart has an eye and an eye and a nose and a mouth. I take this away. There is an eye, and also an eye, and a nose, and a nose, and a mouth, and a mouth. So what he did is he moved it. That's what he does. He makes his paintings move. Now, if you really want to see how it really fits, you can see that while it's like this, you'll see the flame come around and go. Here's this, and you can see it in here. This is where he hides it. Now watch. Again, I take this, and you will see how this, and it goes a little further, but I got it cut there, goes in. I'll slide it over so you see. See? It's the same. It looks kind of like Snoopy, don't it? See? There's the bigger Snoopy right in here. He makes the images. Okay. Now, for you to know, well, this is the flaming. I've showed it on different YouTubes. For you to know this is the Mona, I'm going to shrink it. This is the Mona, showing you. But before I do shrink it, don't you see that, whoops, another image? It's right there. He makes them a lot. He copied it. It looks like a dog. And he also put it over here. Then he puts it in black here. Then he puts it in here. He's a trickster, that guy. Okay. Enough with that. Here we go. This is the Mona. And you see that image? It's right here. There we go. Over his marking. Now, we know this is a Leonardo Da Vinci. And doesn't that kind of look like a black owl and a crow? Okay. Now watch. See how close that was? I didn't even look yet. But this one doesn't. This picture here may not go that far because it was cropped. There it is. So that means this particular image would be here. There you go, a crow. And then here is a bird and a crow. This guy is really magnificent. What is this? More beauty. Oh, wow. He's playing. See, you see this white stuff? It's his frost. So when you take Leonardo da Vinci's work, such as in this painting, you will see when you blow it up these images of cartoons. And here's more cartoons, which is getting blurry because it's a distant shot. Look at this. Right here. Look at that. Bunch of people in it. See it? It's pixelized. But look at this. When I go to shrink down this painting, look at that. You can't even see it. Okay? It's right here. And that is a huge image. Compared to normally what he does shoot. So if you were to take a needle and look at the top head of the needle, that you push the needle down, that particular image would be huge compared to Leonardo da Vinci's work. If you were to take the point of that needle, that would, I wouldn't even say that would be normal for his size, but we're just going to have to say normal because it gets crazier if I was to go any further. I went and told you guys on some of the YouTubes, and it just sounds absurd. But a picture is 1,000 words. With Leonardo da Vinci, a picture is not 1,000 words. It's not even 100,000 words. It's probably more into the 10 million to 100 million words of these little micro things. Because they turn out in code. So if any picture, let's say this was only picture, there's no micro dots or anything, and this was one solid drop, his depth of 10 pages, let's say it was 10 layers, by taking it and turning it in every layer, by turning it every degree, you have a 363 shot. Now, it's not that way. We know because we've seen images in here. So let's say there was only 800 images between all the way around the side and all in the inside. And then each time you turned it is 360 degrees. I do believe that equals 2.5 million images. So when you get into one dot that's smaller than a pixel, and it gets blown into each particular thing, and then you multiply it by 10 layers, and then you multiply it by 2.5 million, you're well into the trillions. Trillions, because he multiplied his art. And it gets wilder than that, because not only did he give you the art, he talks about his art. He speaks it, in a sense, with his words. And as I told you before, he was playing music, doing cartoons, and painting the best painting on the planet for the world to see, but hidden. So anyway, again, God bless the whole world, the universe, and the heavens. You guys have a good night. Thank you.